these out already?
I think we should recap the recipe first.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna wait till people come on first.
Oh,
It
what if we don't?
takes a few minutes. What's going on
Is
here?
that something hanging in your hair left?
What happened?
Here we are.
Just where? Okay, so
Here.
gotta wait till people come on.
I want to put this.
What? Okay, you can close the doors.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have a? Okay, there's people on.
What do you need?
Hi, my name is Michelle, and this is my mom, Arlene. And yesterday we made Mexican
Christmas cakes.
cakes.
And I'm going to just recap the first part of the recipe that we did. That was yesterday. And if you want to copy down the recipe, it is 1/2 a pound of butter. We did 4 tablespoons of powdered sugar, icing sugar, 2 cups of 5 roses flour, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1 cup of chopped walnuts, and
Pecans.
or pecans would work as well, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. We creamed the butter, the sugar, until it was light and fluffy, and then we added flour to make a stiff dough. We kneaded in the nuts and the vanilla, and a few drops at a time. And we divided the dough into rolls about 1/2 inches long, and then we chilled it in the fridge. We chilled our dough in the fridge, not in the freezer.
In the fridge.
Yeah, in the fridge, and then we cut them in slices about 3/4 of an inch.
We're just gonna
Put them on the cookie sheet, and we baked it for 20 minutes in a 350 oven. And if your oven's warm, a hot oven, then sometimes we'd use just 325, which is what I use, a 325. And now I'm going to take it out of the oven, and while the cookies are still hot, we don't want the cookies to get real brown. We want them a whitish color. And Michelle's going to bring them out of the oven and show them to you.
Okay, do we have something to put them on?
Just
So there's our
cookies.
And the interesting thing about these cookies is they do not spread when they're baked. They hold their form really well.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just need a tray.
Okay, I will get you a tray. Just put them like that. This is good.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, so now the last step in these cookies
Is this.
icing sugar. So when they're hot, you're going to dip the cookie into the icing sugar.
And the icing sugar has been sifted.
Sifted.
Okay. And here we go. And this is what we want them to look like. Very Christmassy with a little bit of snow.
There we go.
Okay, there we go.
I want me to start sifting.
And if you want to put a little bit of, and do the little sprinkles.
You can do
And to make it look Christmassy, you could do a little sprinkles on top.
decorated sugar. Here we go, some green and red.
Okay, the red one is
Yeah.
coming next.
There we go.
There we go. Keep it up.
Ooh,
Keep going. I'll do the icing sugar if you want me to sip that.
Okay.
And you could.
And Watkins has the red and the green decorating sugars. It's with an all natural coloring, and then there's also like a multicolored. Where to go?
Mm.
Do you want me to sip some more sugar?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
to get some out?
Yeah, we're making it snow.
There.
Got it. I'll load it up again. That might be the easiest actually.
There we go. Sprinkle some more on here.
Sprinkle.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, and then why don't you tell us how old this recipe is?
Very old. It belonged to my mother. So the recipe is very old. And she used to make it every Christmas. It's a tradition. Her Mexican Christmas cakes.
Should we do like mixed? Let's do mixed.
Yeah, sure.
Doesn't have to be fancy, just get some.
By the way, whoever's watching, I want you to know that we did have snow here the other day. Not very much, but we do have snow.
We're in Langley, British Columbia, where the flooding is. So from flooding, we went to snow. And we're supposed to get snow again tomorrow. Actually, there's a 90% chance of snow. Okay.
Here, these last ones.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually bring them over here.
Oh, that looks very nice. Don't you think?
Yep. We need more sugar.
I have no more room. Okay, keep going.
Does that mean
There.
that you need one?
Yeah. And let me tell you,
What?
you have to hide him from your husband.
No. Terry with him, it's Dad.
Well, yeah, and
I
that's what I'm
remember
talking about.
You know what? I hate to say it, but
What?
when we were younger, you want to know what happened to all your
You
cookies?
guys used to sneak it
No,
away?
that was Darren. He used to sneak into the fridge and eat your cookies.
Oh, he did, eh?
Yep.
Oh. Good thing he's not around. Or else he'd be sneaking these again.
We
huh?
might as well tell everybody while if I were alive what happened with the cookies.
I know you guys used to.
It wasn't
Get
me.
into
it
them.
was it wasn't him.
It wasn't you.
It wasn't me. No, it wasn't me. It was him. He would go in the basement freezer and eat the
And find them.
Yeah. They were in ice cream buckets.
Oh, really?
Yeah, moving these around, so you have no room. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
Let's do all the green first. Okay, and then the next recipe we're going to be making is another interesting one.
Yep. It's going to be a Dutch recipe this time. From Mexican, we're going to go to
Holland.
Holland, yeah, with a Dutch recipe. Okay, there we go. We're done.
Okay, so that is done. Let me just get some red. Sprinkle some red. See. And there we go. These are our Mexican Christmas cookies. Okay. And moving along, we're going to go to Boeterkoek, which is Dutch for butter cake. Okay. Let me get a cloth and wipe this down because we need a little bit of a.
No problem. So to finish off this recipe, I guess we just roll the cookies and powdered sugar with sprinkles, and it was done.
Okay, next recipe
It is called,
Boeterkoek.
yeah, which means a butter cake.
Okay, so we've got.
We start off with 2 cups of flour.
Okay. Can we measure? I'm going to do it.
Yeah. We're going with 2 cups of flour and 1 cup of sugar.
Okay. Here's our flour. Okay, so 2 cups.
2 cups.
Scoop. Scoop.
Level
them.
it off.
Yeah, I'll scoop them.
Do you want a knife for leveling?
No. This is how I do my bread. Just shake. Okay, there's 2.
Yep.
Okay.
Done.
2 cups of white all-purpose flour. Okay.
And 1 cup of sugar.
1 cup of
Level
white.
that off. Because
Yeah,
it's
that's
got
good.
little lumps on top.
Okay. 1 cup of flour. I mean sugar. So 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of sugar.
You want to mix it?
Sure. I'll just put that there. Do I have a wooden spoon? I do. Yeah, I gotta use a wooden spoon.
Okay.
So we're just going to incorporate the 2 together.
This is another easy recipe. You know, at Christmas time, it's just so busy with all house decorating and tree decorating. It's nice to have recipes that are quick, easy, and still look like
Okay.
you've
And then I'm
did
going to
Christmas
start-
baking. Okay.
We're gonna
And now, 2 eggs.
2 eggs.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we have to, okay,
What?
reserve a little bit for the top.
Okay.
You could put it
So
in your
I
food.
will
Do you need this anymore?
I just need
Okay. Put 1 egg here.
Okay.
Fine.
Like about a
Okay.
tablespoon.
Yeah, just a little bit for the top of the glaze. Oh, well, we could
Okay.
use another egg, I suppose. Okay, and now almond
Whoopsie.
extract, Watkins almond extract.
And we're using the pure one today. Just going to give a little bowl. Take some of that egg out. So we've just put in 2 eggs, and we're just taking a little bit of the egg yolk out. Okay, the mixed egg, because it's going to go on top. Do you want to just?
And
take-
don't forget we need a pound.
I'm going to take out maybe
1 cup of butter too.
2 teaspoons.
Yeah. If not, we'll
See,
do another egg if we have
maybe
to.
2.
Yeah.
I
Because
actually-
it says
2-3 teaspoons.
yeah.
Use your
1
judgment.
large or 2 small eggs. That's.
Okay.
And I need 1 cup of butter.
Okay.
Yeah,
That is
1
that
cup of
egg.
butter.
Okay. Alrighty, so I'm just going to mix that together. And how much? 1.5 teaspoons? Almond extract?
1.5 teaspoons of almond extract.
Okay.
And if you like almond, you can add more.
We're using the pure one, so I would be very careful
Okay.
because it's very strong. It's not like imitation, so just kind of sprinkle it on top. The flour and egg mixture. And smell. See how strong that is?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
Woo.
very strong. So I just put in 1 teaspoon. Should I put in 1 or 1.5? What do you think?
I like almond, so put it 1.5.
Okay. You can smell the almond extract. It's just amazing. It's really good. Gonna put another 1/2 teaspoon in. We're doing it now.
Yep.
And we're baking it in a 9 by 9.
Would you like the Teflon coated ones?
No, that one's good.
Okay.
And your butter. So we need 1 cup of butter.
I need a knife so I
Okay.
can measure it off.
Okay. Mix that right in. Okay. And we're just waiting for the butter. Okay. So I'm just going to cut it in to make it easier. Oopsie.
This is done?
Yep, that's all done. Okay, just cut it in, cut it in, cut it in, cut it in. Okay. You can also use a pastry cutter. A pastry, you don't have, do you have, yeah, you have one right here. Look at this. Using here it is. I'm using, and you know what? Next time I'm going to go
Obviously,
to the,
you don't know your way.
next time I'm going to go to
kitchen.
next time I go to the grocery outlet, I'm going to get you a new one from the pastry,
Why?
from the
You wanna
chef,
take that
from
one?
the chef section. Okay, so just scrape that off. Just want to hold that for 1 second.
Sure.
So we're just going to cut in like that. Incorporate the butter with the flour and egg. So right now, if anybody's just joined us, we're making Boeterkoek, which is a Dutch butter cake. Okay.
And these cakes really stay for a long time in the fridge.
Okay.
If you don't have anybody sneaking around eating your
It wasn't
Christmas
me,
bake.
it was Darren. And I don't care if it goes viral, he's gonna be outed for that. He used to eat them, he used to sit there and sneak and eat and switch the whole cookie thing in so you wouldn't know. Not to ask him.
He wouldn't remember.
He would remember very well. He was like 13. Okay. So I'm just taking that. We're incorporating the butter, their flour mixture.
Yeah, there's still a lot of flour there.
Okay. All right. So, it's good. It's getting good. Mix it all in.
Maybe the butter should have been a little softer.
Yeah, doesn't matter, but it bakes.
Yeah, I know, but it's just taking a little bit longer to mix it.
Okay, so if anybody's just joined us, we're making Dutch Boeterkoek, which is a Dutch butter cake. We'll just mix it now.
Around the edges and see.
Okay. Just hold that for a second. Okay. Okay, just incorporate it. It doesn't get like a cake batter. It actually is supposed to look like this because when you put it into your baking, you can use a square one, a 9x9 square one, or a round cake pan.
Yeah.
And when it goes, you just dump it in and pat it right into your.
And just around this edge here, I see from the outside. There, it's looking better.
Yeah, it looks really good now.
Well mixed.
Okay, this looks good. Okay.
And if anybody likes almond, this is a nice flavored almond cake. And then we get the slivers on top. That's even
Yeah, then
more
decorated.
almond.
Okay, so that looks good.
Yeah.
So now we need to butter the container. I don't think we do we?
No,
Nope.
no, because it's butter
Butter
there.
in there. Okay, so now we're going to dump dump this
I hope
all
this
in.
plate is big enough.
Yeah, it is. Dump that all in. Whoops, I'm making a mess. Of course. Okay, that's right. We just
That's okay.
got it. It's very heavy. Okay, so now you just level it out into your pan. Now this is the fun part.
Kind of, do you want some plastic to press it
Yeah,
down?
you got some plastic.
Yeah.
I don't want to use my hand.
Wax paper. That's good.
Okay. So now it all gets layered in. That leveled in. And then we take our,
Pat it down, and I think we're going to get another egg.
yeah, get another egg. So you pat it in, you press it in really, really tight in your, into your container. Oh, sticking to the wax paper now. Okay. I guess we'll be using our hands a little bit. Actually, let me use the spoon. That'll be good. Okay. So just pat it all in to your pan. Nice and firm. Put your oven still on. Okay. There we go. Use this spoon. Nope, the spoon's fine. I'll just use the spoon. So get the edges all in. Okay, that looks good. Okay. Good. Good. So baby's just watching, came on to watch. We're making Boeterkoek, which is Dutch butter cake. Okay. Now the last step is
The eggs.
egg. Yeah, you mix an egg and you put the egg
Do you want me
on
to do it?
top. Yeah. And you just take it with a pastry brush and brush it on top.
Gives it a nice little glaze. There we go. And then we bake it for at 325 for a half an hour.
Okay, we're gonna take our almonds. Oh, you're using these.
Yep.
So you're just gonna
We
sprinkle
just
them on?
sprinkle them on. Just hold on, let me finish.
Ooh, all right. Sprinkle. So we're making Dutch butter cake.
And we're just about finished. And it's a nice, easy recipe. Keeps well in the fridge. There you go, voila,
Okay.
done.
Great. So we got that. Now we're just gonna put our almonds on top. Okay.
What are you sprinkling with?
Almonds. Just use your hands. Or do you want to pour it?
Yeah,
No,
maybe
just
spoon.
this one. Or another alternative to the almonds is you can reserve some of the dough and crumble it on top. You put like an apricot, what's an apricot we used to do? An apricot jam on top, and then a little bit of crumbled with the extra dough. So you just reserve some of the dough and put that on top of the apricot jam.
Does this look like enough?
Yep, looks like good.
What do you think? Looks good? Now we bake it for a half an hour at 325.
Yeah, great. Okay. Okay. Now while my mom is putting that in the oven, thanks everybody for tuning in and watching us. I'll have a picture out. I'll put a picture of the comment when it's come out of the oven. Picture of the Boeterkoek.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Thank you for watching.
Bye-bye.
See you next time. That was good. That was really good.